What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we need to take a look at the pre-release tournament for OP-04. Also, as a fun side note, the starter deck, 11, the one with Uta, has kind of been revealed in English as well, but mostly today, we are worried about the pre-release tournament for OP-04. It has gone and been revealed, and you should be excited, ladies and gentlemen. I'm excited. You should be too. Now, this is happening from September the 15th to September the 21st, ready for a full release on the 22nd of September, which is 1 week before my birthday, which is kind of awesome. And now one thing which is very, very important, they're doing the thing again, which is lovely, whereby if you go along to your pre-release, you can buy a box. I did it for OP-03. I feel 100% positive I will be doing it for OP-04 as well. Because I could wait a week to go and buy a box, which doesn't sound like fun, or I could just go and buy a box immediately, which sounds like a lot of fun. And when I've got a choice between not much fun and a lot of fun, yeah, I am going for fun every time. So you are going to be able to buy yourself a box, and this is also really important. And I love that Bandai do this, because you basically, if you want to buy a box early, you have to support your local game store. Now, I've been saying this for a long time on this channel. In fact, I've been saying it about Pokemon on my other channel before this was even a game. TCG Radio if you want the Pokemon channel. And the deal basically is support your local game store. Now, I know it's not always that simple. I am fully aware that some people don't have a local game store, some people don't have a good local game store, etc. I understand that not everyone is in a position where they have a local game store to support, or one that is worth supporting. Look at everything that's going on with Lorcana at the moment, and some of the shops and how ridiculous they're being with their price gouging. And yeah, that's ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen. Don't support those stores. But if you've got a decent local game store, you should support them. They are the ones that keep the game going, especially from a competitive aspect. A card game can sell very well in Walmart and Target, but it's not going to get people actually playing in events, and local game stores will. And that's why I love local game stores. I will always go to a local game store before I go to a supermarket if I'm able to. My local game store is actually like a 2-hour round trip minimum for me, which is not actually that local, especially when you got 3 very young children. But I always go over there and support them when I can. I will be for this pre-release. Love that they are giving us a reason to support our local game stores. I think that is fantastic. So what can you get when you turn up to this? Well, you can get yourself Luffy. Yeah, there's another promo Luffy. Although, to be fair, it's a promo Luffy we saw a while ago. It is the one that was was it a V-Jump promo? I want to say a V-Jump promo over in Japan. I tell you what, I ordered this magazine, so I'm just going to go and look through my purchase history on Amazon Japan, and that's going to tell me which magazine this Luffy actually came with. If I were at home, not in Japan right now, it would be much easier, because I could just search on my computer. But I'll find it, ladies and gentlemen. I'll find it. I found it. I was being silly. It wasn't V-Jump. It was Psycho Jump. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. But you know what? We got there, and that's the most important thing. So, this is a pretty cool card, honestly. I love the artwork on it. I love the design. In terms of playability here, there's a little something going on. Free cost 4,000 power, counter plus 1,000. When attacking, you may add a card from the top or bottom of your life to your hand. This character and your leader gain 1,000 power during this turn. So basically, you go up to 5,000, which remember, leaders have 5,000 and tie goes to the attacker. So 5,000 is really the minimum amount of power you want to be attacking into the leader. Plus, you then give your leader a little bit of a bump, which is a very good thing, and you get the card advantage from having taken a card from your life. Of course, it does get you closer to losing the game, which is a very important point. But remember, we have a bunch of skills in yellow that activate when you have X number of life cards, or when you got fewer life cards than your opponent. The Charlotte Katakuri that gets Rush when you have fewer life cards than your opponent, as an example. So, yeah. There are reasons to play this. I'm not saying it's some kind of like ridiculous uber stunning card or anything stupid like that, But I absolutely am saying that it is a very good card, and there is a bunch of potential in there. Not a game-breaking card, but certainly a decent card that you could imagine people having a little bit of a play with, and that's kind of cool. We don't want it to be that good, because it's a pre-release promo. And to get a playset, you would need to go to 4 pre-releases in a week, and that would be a tall order. Now, as well as this, you also get yourself the winner promo, if you win, of course. It's alright. It's not as good as some of the winners promos they've done in the past. Essentially, they've taken the border off, or changed the border and made it fancier, phrase it how you will, and then given the winner stamp on it. So they've basically opened up the art a bit and given you a winner stamp, which is cool. I don't like it as much as the OP-03 promo. I don't think that's a mean thing to say, but I do love it. It's a very cool card, and who knows, maybe I'll go to my pre-release and I'll get lucky and I'll get the winner's card as well as the regular. Although it is worth mentioning, I said you had to go to 4 pre-releases to get a playset of this card. Not strictly true if you go to 2 pre-releases, but you win them both. Then you get a playset here, ladies and gentlemen, and that's pretty gosh darned awesome. So yeah, this is a cool card. And of course, as well as that, you get yourself your Kingdoms of Intrigue pre-release pack, where you get 2 random common and uncommon cards, which will be stamped with pre-release. Also bearing in mind that if you do buy a box at the pre-release, you will get a second one of these packs. As far as I'm concerned, being able to buy the cards early, being able to buy a whole booster box early, that's reason enough to buy a booster box when you go to your pre-release. But the idea that you can now also go and get, that's kind of ridiculous, is it not? I was going to do it anyway. Now, in terms of which cards you're looking out for me, I want Kung Fu Dugong. That lovely so-so artwork, it's absolutely brilliant. But for other people, there might be some other ones they're looking at. The Monkey to Luffy with Banish sees a bit of play, so that might be one you're looking for here. That's a pretty cool card. There are a bunch of Dressrosa cards that you might want to be kind of picking up. There are some good play, because the Rebecca deck in OP-04 is your kind of presumed best deck in the format. Although, as I showed you the other day, in OP-04, in Japan right now, Edward Newgate is possibly coming back as the best deck in the game. And I am well aware that One Piece have just gone and nerfed Edward Newgate, but I'm also well aware that they have said they are considering listing the restrictions when OP-04 comes out. So my advice to you, lovely ladies and gentlemen, is just kind of hang on for a minute and see what happens. If these restrictions get listed, and obviously that's a pretty big if, but if these restrictions get lifted, we could well see Edward Newgate becoming awesome. But anyway, back to Dressrosa here. So which cards are we going to be looking out for? Well, Gyatz is an uncommon. Sees a bunch of play, so that is absolutely one you should be looking out for. Hajradin, being able to lower your opponent's cost, is pretty gosh darn nice. Sees a bunch of play. Leo as an uncommon is a very cool card. So there are some ones here from Dressrosa which I do think we should be looking out for, because they're pretty gosh darned awesome. So yay! There are a bunch of others. We can worry about them later. This is just a little bit of a taste, right? These are some of the cards you should be looking out for. There is also a common Nami that's just got brilliant artwork, which is definitely one of the ones I personally am looking out for, along with my Kung Fu Dugong. Now, I did mention Starter Deck 11 has been revealed in English. It is on the official English website now. We don't have a huge amount of information about it, I'll be perfectly honest with you. They've not told us very much at all. What they have done is given us a release date of February 2024, and then basically confirmed all the information that we had from the Japanese reveal. So, yeah, it's going to be 51 cards, 10 Don cards, and a play sheet. It is also going to be a $12 deck. Japan does this cool thing where they have some budget decks for 550 yen, as well as their regular decks for 990. We don't. Our decks come in at $12 unless they're like the super premium decks. So don't get terribly excited. It's going to be a $12 deck like all of the others. It's going to be focused around Uta, and it's going to have some reprints of green film cards from OP-02, hopefully Nami, because that's the best one. It's going to be a cool deck. All the starter decks are cool. I have faith that this one will be as well. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen, the pre-release is coming. Starter Deck 11, we've talked about it twice already, we don't need to go into great detail again today, but the fact that it has gone and been revealed and given an English release date is very relevant to something I wanted to mention just quickly. But now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about these, tell me how excited you are, tell me anything you want to tell me in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wasi. That's where we talk about One Piece and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.